Hawk sports fans, welcome back to Hawk Talk. We got a massive interview for you guys. I always love to get fighters on here when it's fight week. It's important. That's whenever you guys want to hear from them the most. So that is absolutely what we're doing here. Today, it is a huge honor for me to have this man on. He is having his last amateur fight this weekend. He's going to then be turning professional. He's from India. He's the only fighter that has approached me so far. This guy is very famous in India. He's going to continue to rise and keep moving the MMA community in India. So I can't wait for that to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to introduce to you Shakib Sayyed. Thank you so much for joining us today, brother.
I appreciate it's my honor to be with you, interviewed by you.
Yes, sir. And it's been a long time coming. He's texted me the last 3 weeks. I was like, hey, man, let's do it during fight week. Let's get it going.
Yeah, we are setting this up for last 3 weeks.
Yes, sir. So I'm glad we finally got it together. But first off, I just want to ask you, man, what got you into MMA? Because I know we've spoke a little bit about MMA is not
Yeah.
necessarily popular in India. So what got you into it?
So when I was 6 years old, I used to watch Brock Lesnar's fight when he debuted in UFC in back then 2011. I was a huge fan of Brock Lesnar since I was a 6-year-old kid. I
That,
used to watch him. That got me into MMA. When I turned 18, I got my first salary, and the second day I started doing MMA.
let's go. That's awesome. So Brock Lesnar was actually the first guy you started watching. That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome, man. Well,
He inspires me a lot, brother.
cool. Is there any other fighters that has kind of helped inspire you? I know we talked a little bit off camera, so if you want to talk about those guys.
Yeah, yeah. I used to watch Tony Ferguson uh, Tough series when he was in Tough, the
Yeah,
Ultimate Fighter. When he was in Ultimate Fighter, I used to watch him a lot, and I used to fight in school and nearby a lot, and I got always get complaints from other parents. You can
that is awesome. That
I
is
would always get involved into fights, but when I turned 18, I started MMA.
that is so cool. That is so cool. And you're now 24, correct? Or 23
I just turned 23 in June.
in June. Okay, so you're fresh 23. So I do kind of want to get into my next question. Obviously, we talked about it a little bit. This weekend, you're expected to be the main event at the Fight
Yes,
Night
brother.
in Brawlers. So, what does it mean to you to not only be the main event, but for this to be kind of that last stepping stone before you do turn professional?
It's a huge for me because I'm going to perform in front of my students, and it's my uh, dream back then because I wanted to perform in front of my students for my last fight, and I'm expecting to be a early knockout or early finish.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I hope you do get the knockout too. Do you know anything about your opponent at all going into this?
I don't know about my opponent yet, but my coach told me he's a well experienced fighter. He's going to be a well experienced fighter because he told me it's maybe my last amateur bout, so I'm going to be fight with a tougher opponent. I'm expecting a tougher opponent for me, and as well I prepared for the war also. If not a finish, then I'm going all in there.
Awesome. Awesome. And we are, guys, if you guys are watching this interview right now, we're going to drop the link below for him to be fighting on Saturday. So if you do come back to the channel, we're going to be posting this before the fight, obviously. But if you want to watch him compete this Saturday, we're also going to drop the YouTube link down below if you guys do want to check in and watch that. This kid's going to be insane one day. So if you want to jump on the bandwagon now, we're going to go ahead and drop the link below for you guys to watch him compete. So I'm very excited for you, man. That's a huge opportunity to be a main event. Sounds like the right path. You just got to get it done now on Saturday night. Sounds like you're
Yeah,
healthy
brother.
now. I
I
know.
will, I will, I will. I'm 100% prepared for this. I've trained for this a lot. I will doing two sessions for this fight. I train 2 times in a day, and my last few months is insane. I did insane cardio workouts. I did insane wrestling. I did insane kickboxing workouts. because it is going to be my last amateur bout, maybe. That's why I
That
prepared a lot for this.
absolutely. And I feel like most of the guys that come on here, they do fight at a high level, obviously in the UFC as well. But I feel like for you, since you've worked so hard, it sounds like this is the hardest you've ever worked before a fight. Does that make you feel a lot more confident on Saturday night now?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. When I did my training camp with my coach, I always feel confident, and I feel like I'm going to absolutely dominate my fight because I trained with a lot of guys. I was dominating everyone in the gym.
There we go.
That's why.
There we go. Awesome, man. Well, I can't wait to watch you fight. Like I said, everybody drop below if you are coming across this video. Even if you watch it on Monday, it's going to be posted tomorrow. Whenever you guys are
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
this video, come back to the channel, grab the link for Saturday. It'll be there for you guys. So make sure you come back to the video. But Shakib, I just want to kind of get into the next subject. We did touch into this a little bit. We did talk about this previously about probably
Yeah,
5 days
yeah, yeah.
ago, I think. Um, why is it so important to you for the sport of MMA to grow in India? Obviously, cricket is a very popular sport over there in your country. So, why is it important for you to be able to get MMA to start becoming popular over there?
I actually want to inspire people, inspire my youth of my country, and that's why I decided that MMA should grow in India because everyone loves cricket. But when it comes to combat sports, not just MMA, when it comes to combat sport, Indian parents they never allow their child to be in combat activity. They just want them to study, and even someone wants to be a career in a sport, they never choose a combat sport. They think their children is gonna be gone in this sport if he chooses combat.
And we did speak that for that as well. Like a lot of parents, it sounds like over there they push their children to become doctors or engineers.
Yeah, yeah. As you know, we produce the most engineers and doctors in the world.
Yes, yes,
But in combat, we have so many less combat athletes in India. But it's growing.
absolutely.
Since lockdown, it's growing.
Yeah. And I think one thing right there, I mean, already, I think from a world perspective, I feel like India is so respected for what you just said, though. Lots of doctors, lots of engineers, very, very tough occupations and jobs to have.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We are good in there.
yeah, it's absolutely a well respected country. I feel like MMA just has to be the next thing that's thrown in there as far as
Yeah,
respect
it's
goes.
growing. It's growing. By the way, we have created so many amateur fighters, and we have a great amateur fighters in India. From past 3 years, the MMA community is growing like this.
Awesome. Awesome. I love to hear that. And with how big it is in India, too, I mean, you guys could potentially, I mean, just take it over one day. I feel like there's 1.3 billion in India. Is that right?
Population. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have 1.3 billion population and maximum amount of youth. We have a biggest youth population in the world.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many guys, so many
So
girls.
many young fighters are coming from India.
That is cool. That is cool. And I can't wait to see that, man. It's always good to root for a country that maybe might not be the favorite. You know, I love a good underdog story, so I'd love that for not only you but for the rest of your country, man. That'd be really cool to see that. But what do you think needs to happen for MMA to continue to grow? We've obviously spoke about what it means to you, what it's currently like, but what do you think are some things that could help the MMA community grow over there in India?
The main reason that MMA is still not growing that much is because our media is not focused on MMA community because we need more media coverage and with I think when someone won his cricket national trophy, they go to uh, there and take interviews. But when someone won MMA nationals, they never get that guy interviewed. Or when someone win international fights in MMA, they never cover him, and that's why MMA is not growing. That's the major reason, maybe.
So, like, I'm one of the. Am I like one of the only guys that has like done an interview for a well known fighter in India so far, as media coverage goes?
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
from US. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm glad I got to be the first, man. I got a lot of love for people across the world. You people that are watching this right now, you guys know I played soccer. I have a soccer background. I've played with guys from probably 40 different countries. So that's awesome to hear that. I love. Is
That's
there
huge. That's huge. That's huge.
yeah? Is there anything else that other than media coverage, that you think would be able to maybe persuade to
I
help
think.
let them?
I think the main reason that sport is not growing is because the sponsorship. We lack in sponsorship. When it comes to MMA sponsorship, we barely get sponsors because people don't know about this sport yet. And as I told you, there is not so much fan following about MMA.
Mhm.
That's why people are scared to sponsor, and maybe that's the reason. One
I
of the reason.
I feel like too, there's a lot of opportunity out there for sponsors as well in India. Obviously, with the success of how many people come from India, the money is definitely there, but we just got to get the eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that's a great point,
But
right?
people love cricket too much in India, bro.
They do.
Yeah, yeah. Every single child know how to play cricket, but barely few people know. If I say someone I do MMA, they think I am doing WWE.
Oh my gosh.
They think I'm a pro wrestler.
Oh my gosh. No. Yeah, see, we got to change that. We got to show the people what it's really about.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
If you are a WWE fan and you're watching this, I'm sorry, but that it's not real. Okay, like this is real.
Yeah, I know. It's scripted.
Yes.
I love the concept,
Oh,
but
me too.
I love how they sell their fights or whatever they do. They sell really great
Yeah. No, that they are good at their job, but at the end of the day, um, the reason why MMA is better because it's real. And this,
because it's real. It's real. It's real.
yeah, the WWE.
People love WWE in here. People love WWE so much here. They are not into MMA that much.
That's crazy.
Even I told them that I am doing MMA as a career. They were like shocked. They think how a MMA fighter can make money
Yeah, I could see that. I could see
because
that.
as you know, amateur fighter make not that much money because as an amateur you have to put at least 5 to 6 years into the sport. Then
Mhm.
when you turn pro, that's where you got uh, fight purses. Before that, in amateur, you are not going to take any kind of money unless that's a tournament or you have something kind of winning prize or something.
Yep. Yep. That's definitely understandable, especially at the amateur level. So I'd love to see you fight purses in the next year. So that'd be dope to see that happen for you, man. I know, like I said, I got to know you off camera. You've put in a lot of work between now and then. So I'd love to see that for you, man. But why do you think, speaking of amateur fighters, why do you think that a lot of amateurs, especially maybe in India where it's not as popular, why do you think amateur fighters give up so early in their career?
The main reason that I know that I've experienced, I trained with a lot of guys that give up in between their career is because they think MMA should be a early success. They want early earnings. They want early success in the sport. As I told you, as an amateur fighter, you should spend at least 5 years into the training camps and in amateur. They think you are doing MMA, you did 2 or 3 great fight. They think they should pay you. That's why
Hmm. Okay. So is it maybe
they are expecting to be get paid.
okay?
But as you study any law, any degree, you have to did at least 3 to 4 years in that degree. Then you got a job. Then you get salary.
Yes.
Same with MMA. Same with MMA. They don't understand this.
Yeah. And that is sad. I feel like you're obviously a coach. You've said that you do have your students. I feel like that is something that maybe a lot of coaches don't get across to their students that hey, like if you do want to make a living out of this one day or you do want to make money
Yeah.
from it, then you have to put in the time, 4 to
So
6.
many times. As you know, as you are MMA fan, and you know this is a very demanding sport, and it demands everything.
Yes.
It demands your personal life. It demands your professional life. You can't do 50-50. You are doing something else and then you are doing this. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. And I feel
You
like
have to be in there 100%.
yes, absolutely. And especially to get paid. I mean, you can't get paid in life and not be going
No,
100%.
from the fight as an amateur, no, you are never gonna be get paid unless it's a tournament and it's winning prize there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why right there, like I think that's why I see you having success and obviously being successful as a coach as well. But I just want to ask now, with you saying like you got into MMA, like Brock Lesnar kind of got you there. Has there been any influence in India that got you into MMA, like a certain coach or a family member that influenced you to do it? Or was it all
Yeah,
just
yeah. My coach Abhijit Petkar. I saw his journey from the beginning. When
mm,
I was even when I was in school, I used to watch his fights. My coach MMA Abhijit Petkar. I used to watch his fights. Then
awesome?
when I got into the city, he has a gym, Brawlers MMA. I started training under him. Since then, it's been 5 years. I'm training under him, and he's a great coach.
That is awesome. So you're actually fighting in your home gym on Saturday night then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Oh,
my home gym.
okay. Okay, so that's what okay, that makes sense now because you said my students are going to be there. So that's a home fight. That's huge, man. Main event at in the home gym. That is awesome, dude. I didn't realize that that was your actual home gym where you were fighting. I knew Brawlers was the company running the fight night. I didn't know that that was your actual gym though. Wow.
Yeah, that's our gym. We host events a lot.
That is cool. How
This
many
will be our ninth or 10th event. We are holding amateur bouts. Last event we holded two professional bouts and 10 amateur bouts maybe.
okay. Okay. Are you also
And
yeah, on Saturday night?
this time we are holding again 10 amateur bouts this weekend.
That is cool. Are you also fighting somebody from India this weekend?
What?
Is your opponent from India as well, or is he from another
Yeah,
country?
yeah, yeah. My opponent is from India. He's from same state maybe.
Okay, cool. That is awesome, man. I love to hear that. That's dope. That is so exciting. How many people can be in the room to watch this fight now in your gym since you work there?
Maybe 200 to 250.
That's really good though for an amateur fight. I mean, honestly, like that's a good crowd. You can get a lot of friends and students and family in there.
Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of student. I have a lot of student. I'm training student from past 4 years. I am a coach. That's why I have a huge student base.
That is awesome. Whoa, that makes me even more like I was already excited right here. Now I'm like I'm off the camera now for how excited I am. What an opportunity. What an opportunity to maybe be a send off before this gets serious and it does go to the professional level. That's I mean right there that sounds like the storybook ending to at least an amateur career right there to get a huge win inside your home gym in front of your people. That sounds like a great opportunity, man. It can't be wrote better than that. Can't be wrote better than that.
I fought 3 times before this in front of my student.
Uh-huh.
I fought against a Thai kickboxing champion. That was my first kickboxing match, and my coach didn't told me that he was a champion. After I won, he told me that he was a champion. After I beat him.
Wow. So your coach didn't tell you that beforehand, so he didn't get in your head.
That's why maybe.
That's
I
smart.
had two fights. First fight I won via knockout, and second fight I had with the Thai boxing champion, and I won that too.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, it sounds like it's time to go. They do say the third time's a charm. So I say we just go 3-0 and go to the next level. That's awesome, man. I'm excited for you. But my last question I have on here before we have you do your last message, Shakib, how did you come across my channel? Because I feel like I don't have that many followers from India right now, and I'm still very small. I've only been doing interviews for 3 months. I've obviously had some big name guys come on the channel, but how did you come across the channel in the first place?
I watched your Terence McKinney interview.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I think 2 months. No, 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 no. 1 month ago, I think. I
Was
saw your photo with him. Then I got into your personal account.
Uh-huh.
Then I saw Hawk Tube channel. Then I saw your interview with Bryce Mitchell. Then
Yeah,
then I thought he's an amazing interviewer. Maybe you can get UFC champions as well on your channel
yeah, yeah, maybe.
sooner.
I'd love to get you on the channel as a champion, man. That'd be dope.
Yeah, brother.
Back on the
Of,
channel one day.
absolutely.
So, okay, I'm glad you saw that then. Shout out to Terrence McKinney. I know you were talking to me off camera about how much you've watched him fight. Obviously, you knew that he had
Yeah,
the best fight.
he inspires me a lot, brother. His backstory is amazing.
Yes, it is.
I have three students. I have three students that Terence McKinney inspired to join our MMA gym.
Wow, that would be sick. And I think his video that he posted the other day about his backstory and his life has like 2.4 million views. So if you haven't checked that out, or anybody watching this has to check that out, the video is incredible. It is so good. It shows where he was at in life, laying on a hospital bed in really bad shape, and then now he's where he's at. So if you haven't seen that video
He's,
yet, I'm sure you probably did because you do follow him, I'm sure. But anybody watching this, go check that out. That is incredible. Terrence
I
is,
love the way you ask the questions to the fighters and how they answer to your questions. And you are great in this.
I
I'm
appreciate.
excited for your future also. I'm excited for this channel. I
Yes,
know this channel is going to be a huge in the future.
thank you, man. Well, you always have a spot on here. Like I said, you're the first guy that reached out to me, like, "Hey, I want to do this. I want to get on your channel. I want you to interview me." So that means a lot to me. It really makes me know that everything is coming together and that I'm doing a good job. If I have guys like you who are great fighter, good.
We will do this again. We will do this again in
Oh,
future.
dude, this won't be the only time we do one of these. But Shakib, I have gotten to my last question. You probably know what question I'm going to ask now since you've watched some other interviews with those guys, obviously having fights coming up.
Yeah.
What's your final message to the fans to tune in on Saturday night and watch you fight inside your home gym, get the W, and then hopefully turn pro after the fight?
As so many people knew that I am a striker and I love to strike a lot and I have a pretty good knockout ratio and I'm not a grappler and I will looking for a finish for every second in this fight and I would love to inspire people. That's my final message to the fan.
Absolutely. And that was a beautiful message, man. Thank you for coming
There
on.
are so many fans they don't know English and even my English is so broken as you guess.
Oh, I can understand every single word you've said, man. You've been good.
Thank you.
But everybody, I really do appreciate your time today, Shakib. Obviously, you're in camp as well. Don't just think that because Shakib's an amateur fighter right now that he's not working. He obviously said that he's doing 2 days. So thank you so much for not only coming on here, sir, but coming on
My
here,
honor, it's my honor. It's my honor.
during fight week. I know how crazy of a week it's going to be. We're going to blink our eyes and you're going to be stepping in the cage on Saturday night. So thank you so much for coming on here during fight week. Thank you for sharing everything you have today about your past to your present, about your country.
It's my honor, brother.
So thank you so much for your time today. Everybody tune in Saturday night. Like I said before in the middle of the video, come back here. If you're going to watch this video early in the week, come back to the channel, watch him fight on Saturday. The link will be posted right here below. Outside of that, we'll see you guys next time on Hawk Talk. Shakib Syed, everybody. Root for him on Saturday night. We'll see you guys next time on Hawk Talk.